Hey, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. We're picking things up in the fourth round, 116 left. Demetrius Johnson, possibly his last ever fight, although we've heard that before from other fighters and pro wrestlers. This is one pro wrestling and sports fan. It's your buddy Mike Messier. I've been watching this Pride thing. In case you don't know, it's not Pride, it's Prime, Amazon Prime. Went back in the 90s for a second, but this is the one organization. And I believe this is their 10th live event on Amazon Prime. And I think it's the second one that I've watched. I just wasn't really aware of it, although I've had Prime for several years. I've had Amazon Prime. Uh, as you might know, some of my books are available on Amazon Prime. If you happen to be watching this and feel like making a comment, go ahead and comment. So it looks like right now we're deep in the fourth. Um, I would probably say that Demetrius has won three or four of the four rounds. This is the fourth one now ending. What's interesting about this one group is that their judges judge by the whole fight as a whole. They don't do the 10-9 system that we know from UFC and before that professional boxing. Uh, this Prime, this one group on Prime also does some interesting things where their fights are all in this kind of circular cage, but they have different rules for some of the fights. Some of the fights are under submission grappling rules. A lot of them are under what we know as mixed martial arts or UFC traditional rules. No fish hooking, no eye gouging. The submission grappling fights tonight were pretty interesting. It makes your legs kind of get nervous just watching these guys because of doing all these leg submissions. Once again, if you happen to be an Amazon Prime subscriber and you're not aware of this stuff, pretty cool stuff. I think it's good. I'm sure that the replays are all available. I don't know if I'm going to go back and watch events 1 through 8. But maybe I will. Who knows? I've been watching a lot of old UFCs lately. This is a big sports weekend in general. Also, sports entertainment for WWE. They have a big show tomorrow night. WrestleMania Backlash. They used to call it. Didn't they used to call it Payback? Wasn't there a Payback WWE pay per view? Okay, folks, we're in the fifth round here. Demetrius Johnson, great career. His career kind of was highlighted in my down years for the UFC. He just caught a couple of good punches on Moraes' chin there. I keep wanting to say Morales, but there's no L in the guy's name. It's Moraes, I guess. But Demetrius Johnson has had a great career. I saw something about him and Henry Cejudo. I guess they fought once or twice, and then they became buddies. For whatever reason, Demetrius did not stick around the UFC. I don't know if there was some financial stuff going on there or politics. It does seem like every once in a while there's a big UFC champion that just doesn't get along with Dana White for whatever reason. Let's see here, folks. So basically, I think this is one of those deals where Moraes, he's looking to win the title. He's looking to beat this guy. They have fought twice before and they split. Moraes won their first fight. Demetrius won the rematch, and this is the third and most likely the final fight. We've got a comment here. Oh, my buddy from Timey Kangaroo Down, mate. Timey Kangaroo Down. My good buddy Laza is chiming in. I'm going to read your comment in just a second, Laza. I got it up there. I want to read it, but there's 336 left. If you happen to have Amazon Prime there in Australia, mate, this fight is currently on Amazon Prime. And this is a big sports weekend here in the States, Laza. There's a WWE pay per view tomorrow night, which is sports entertainment WWE style. But also there's a UFC fight tomorrow night. Henry Cejudo will be in the main event, and we also have a Canelo Alvarez fight because this is Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's traditionally a big boxing weekend, usually with a Mexican fighter. Demetrius just went for a takedown. I think Demetrius got this thing either 5 rounds or 4 rounds. But once again, one doesn't judge by rounds. But I've got to think that he's going to win a unanimous decision. There's 244 left in this thing, 242. Laza says, "Good day. All greetings from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia." It's funny, Laza. Um, I don't know if you're a Matthew McConaughey fan, but last week he had this crazy, um, Tony Robbins style. Even Tony Robbins was there, motivational thing, a 5 hour seminar. And then, of course, there was a big pitch. They're trying to pitch you the course, the goals course. It's all goal setting is basically what it is. But Matthew McConaughey, in his original book, Green Lights, which I've listened to a couple of times on audio, it's a fun listen. But McConaughey actually did. This is the actor Matthew McConaughey I'm talking about. He did a travel abroad thing, like a student exchange in his senior year of high school, and he ended up going to Australia, and he was put with this family that was really kind of I don't know, they just were kind of goofy, and just the way that he describes it is hilarious. So if you ever get morbidly bored and want to listen to Matthew McConaughey's audiobook, it's on Audible. Once again, I feel like I'm hawking Amazon Prime. Jeff Bezos should be funding my life, my films. We're down to 117. Any other thoughts, Laza, on this WWE pay per view? Feel free to chime in, or this Canelo Alvarez. You can't watch it all, folks. I mean, tomorrow night's going to be huge. You got WWE on one channel. You got Canelo Alvarez on DAZN boxing thing, the app. You've got UFC doing their thing. They'll be on ESPN2, I guess, for the prelims. And then you have this whole NBA basketball tournament going on. I would imagine the NHL tournament, the NHL playoffs is going on too. So, I mean, if you're a sports fan, this, late spring, Memorial Day, May might be the very best month for sports because, I mean, you've got baseball starting, you got basketball, with the exception of National Football League. You pretty much have everything. This is pretty much coming to an end. The referee, Herb Dean. Nice to see Herb Dean, of course, the UFC Classic referee. He's in this thing. He's been a referee for a couple of the main events tonight. But this thing is coming to an end. Once again, I have to guess Demetrius has a sweet. Hey, Carl, what's going on, buddy? I'm watching this. If you have Amazon Prime in your residence, Carl, we got this really cool fight going on. This one organization's a lot of fun. Let's see what Laza has to say. My thoughts regarding Dana White, with all the issues he has with his talent. When will Dana fight in the UFC? Do a Vince McMahon. Funny thing is, some people have been commenting that Dana White looks really buff now. Apparently, he's changed his diet, Laza, and people are getting excited about his looks. Not that I am. He was actually supposed to, believe it or not, Dana was supposed to have an exhibition boxing match, I believe, with Tito Ortiz. That was 10 or 15 years ago. That did not happen, but there was a little documentary of Dana White training. I'm doing pretty good, Carl. Thanks for asking, buddy. We are overdue for a conversation. I keep telling you that, but I guess our stars haven't been in alignment. But I recently moved again. I'm still in Florida, but I moved to a much bigger space, a much better space, really nice neighborhood, and just been here for a month, but still settling in. It takes a while. Dana White reminds me of Kurt Angle these days. I don't know if you caught the news over there, buddy, in Australia, but Kurt Angle, not Kurt Angle, you got me now. Dana White and his wife had a bit of an incident at a nightclub. I want to say on New Year's Eve. Basically, Dana's wife gave him a little slap on the face, and he gave her a slap in return. And of course, the one time, you and your wife are slapping each other in public is the one time someone's videotaping it. Let me catch this. Let me catch this result. I'd show you the image, but I don't want to lose my YouTube stuff. Demetrius. And still. Yeah, it was a wipeout. It's a big belt. the belt that Demetrius is wearing is bigger than him. That's a huge belt. Let's see, Lazo, what do you have to say? Remember hearing about that incident? I think they both were drunk regarding Dana White and wife. Yeah, they were drunk, buddy. Like I said, I think it was New Year's Eve, 2022 into 2023. I mean, what can you say? I mean, it's not like he punched her in the face and she didn't kick him in the groin. It was a weird deal. It wasn't a good look, obviously, especially because at the time, Dana was just starting to promote his slap fighting league. So, I mean, obviously the timing with that was not not good. I think I'm going to catch this interview, folks. I'm going to watch this interview. I might chime in tomorrow night after the UFC or before it or the WWE pay-per-view. I think my plan is to watch the UFC tomorrow in live time and to videotape, watch the WWE on Peacock late night. Who's that quarterback guy? The Chiefs. All right, Laza, Carl, good talking to you guys. Remake The Exorcist, huh? Interesting. Thanks, buddy. Okay, I'll see you guys soon.